Well, I'm gonna make this quick because I accidentally screwed this up. I'm doing a quick video on what is a wizard. It's from Gateway. I'm sponsored by Lone Star, so I'm going to compare it to the Prickly Pear, which is the light blue disc in my hand. The wizard is the dark blue disc, and I'm kind of excited to be back playing. It's been a minute since I made a video. As you can see, the snow on the ground does not help my ability to get to a disc golf course, much less actually play any disc golf. So we're at hole 1. I'm going to go ahead and give the honors to the wizard, and you can tell by how this goes, it does not do what I think it's going to do, because it's just much more stable than I suspected it was going to be. And then my Prickly Pear, it's a slight bit more understable, but it's the only thing that I have in my bag that's a putter with a bead. So like the wizard has a fairly decent sized bead on it, and so does that Prickly Pear. So they end up in about the same spot though, because I'm not great at throwing the backhand turnover for hole 1. Yep. So try to give it a good bid. It's just underneath the basket. And then we jump over here to the Prickly Pear, and I was like, oh, come on, off the tree. Nope. So from here we've got hole 2, which is kind of a straight shot, but it's got a little bit of, you want it to fade in. So I put Annie on it and I threw it nose up so it would just go straight, and parked the hole absolutely. No, I don't even want to talk about, don't talk to me about this throw. That throw never existed. But we'll tap that out. So I don't forehand putters, but I have to sometimes. And this one just worked out perfectly. If you do forehand putters, you must be slow and methodical about the release, or you get a lot of wobble. And then this one just came out early because I was trying to be slow and methodical when I was just being loosey-goosey with my fingers, and it had snow on the disc. Also, I throw it really hard to try to get the snow off the disc. It almost comes out the back end. I'll have problems with that later. So wizard, straight shot, put Annie on it perfectly, and that thing went directly in the gap I wanted it to, 5 feet from the pin. And then I was like, oh well, I should be able to do this. My Prickly Pear is the normal shot I would throw here, and I actually think this worked out pretty good. A little too much Annie, it left it out wide, but it went to the right of the gap and absolutely parked as well. So just 2 easy birdies, and we move on to the next hole. Hole 5 here is one of the longest on the front 9, but it's like what, 200 something feet maybe. And if I'd have put a little Annie on this, or threw it just a little harder, it would have been perfect. But it was just inside the circle. And then this one is probably more of the disc I need for this, to kind of flip it up and get it to ride straight. But I just don't feel like I put that much power on it. But you can tell it flipped forward more. Didn't get the distance, but it flipped up and was carrying straight pretty well. Now I will say the advantage goes to the wizard here. It's a base plastic, and base plastic putters are good. Now I don't want to talk about this throw. I played ping pong with both sides of the fairway and ended up on the right side. But here's my favorite throw of the day. This sucker actually went down all the way, and I cleaned metal. Now I'm going to go back to the fact that there's no audio on any of this because I messed my audio up, but I'm not going to ruin this footage. It's great footage. Good snow footage. Okay, so we've got a putt for par and a putt for birdie. Watch this left side putt. It's just hilarious. I was just like kind of tossing it in, and it just said, no, I'm going to come out. We have another backhand Annie, just trying to get it to float down the bottom, and like, my backhand Annie's not great. My touch is not perfect, but I will say that like the less stable disc did a great job. The more stable disc didn't do what I wanted it to do. But here I am. I almost flip and sink this. It's just a little high. It just bounces off the top. We've got, once again, a putt for par and a putt for birdie. Let's see. This one goes in. Okay, that one goes in. Now we've got hole 8, second last hole. Very dangerous with that ice on the pin. I mean on the, whatchamacallit, ice on the tee. Throw that one a little short, and it just rolls out. And then I throw this one a little wider, because this is probably the better disc for this hole. Something stable you know is going to come back. And you can hang it out there, and it ends up like 15, 20 behind the pin. Now this is ridiculous. Just like, this is like probably the second time or third time the basket's not been nice to me. That was dead center. Dead center, midway down the chains, and that sucker said, nope, I'm going to jump right back out of this pin. made that putt, so that's got another birdie. Once again, this is my mistake. You don't throw forehands with aggression. You have to do it smooth or it doesn't come out right. Wobbly as all get out, but I get down there good ways. Backhand turnover, and here's my mistakes. It came out early. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Then we have my third shot. That was for par, so my prickly pear is getting up and down for bogey now. So what is a wizard? It is an overstable, deep, beaded putter from Gateway. The numbers were at the beginning there. It's like a 2-speed disc, zero stability and 2 fade. I think it's 3 glide. But really something like, if you throw Gateway, hit it. If you throw Lone Star, the best thing to it is a Benny. I'm actually going to have to use it on a really cool tournament this weekend where I have to bag, or I have to throw 1 Gateway disc. I can choose between the Charm and the Wizard. I'm choosing the Wizard. And I can bring my own disc. I think I'll either bring a faster mid-range or a controllable driver. It's actually for Burlington area disc golf's kind of kickoff event, trying to get more people to show up and sign up to be a member of the Burlington area disc golf. So if you're out this weekend, we're looking forward to it. You guys have a good one. Follow all the things, like, subscribe, leave me a comment on what disc I should try next and what I should review. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.